Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Sweet Fuse at your side. We are on Subaru Shidou's route. We're on the last stage! Taking care of the very last attraction today. So we should be approaching our finale with Shidou, after a while. Probably have like 2 or 3 more episodes to go at least, I think. Can't imagine it just ends with the last attraction, you know? And most of the time these days take like 2 episodes anyway. So anyway, let's dive right back in, getting our new day started. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story.
They did an excellent job, but it turns out they don't have any experience as hotel staff. Have to admit I was a little surprised.
Talking about the piglets. Is that what you were asking about? It looked like you were having a real conversation.
We've been dealing with them every day. I guess after a while I started to feel like I could understand them. Didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Anyway, if you forget anything, they'll bring it out to the plaza.
Whoa, I guess Miyoshi isn't the only one who figured out their weird sign language. They're just gestures! What's wrong with you people? Like, if you point in a direction, it means go that way. I think it was pretty obvious. I was thinking that I probably overestimated my own grasp of the piglet language when the rest of our team walked in, with Mai and Shirabe hand in hand. Aww. Father and daughter getting closer.
So, we're all here.
Are we taking Mai with us today?
Yup. Today's the last day. Are you ready?
He looked slowly across our assembled faces, meeting each person's gaze.
Let's finish this. Yeah, time to get this thing done. Just the final stage left.
Yeah.
Well, get the truth and get the hell out of here.
Okay.
We're going to make it. We're all going to make it. Let's go.
With a cheer, we headed for the hotel exit. And in very high spirits, just to be safe, we left Mai with the piglets at the restaurant and headed toward the main plaza. Okay, so we're not taking Mai with us. Are we going in the Tower of Orthanc today?
Tough luck last night.
As soon as we arrived, he was waiting for us, or at least his voice was.
This is the last day of our game. Never thought every single one of you would make it this far. You've done an amazing job. So I went to see you all survive. But I also don't want to return the hostages. What a pickle.
If I'd managed to figure out what the piglets meant, the count was still a mystery.
I've heard more convincing lies from a kid with his hand in the cookie jar.
He frowned.
If we beat this game, we want to see you in person. No more of this video nonsense.
Very well. You have my solemn word that if you succeed, I will invite you to the majestic Castle Hogstein. But beware, today's game is a masterpiece. It's a perfect climax. The beautiful bonds of friendship you've built will be tested to the max. Oink oink oink. Will you be able to make it through? Let's find out. Off you go. The final battle begins in the Warriors Arena.
Then, with a click, he was gone. Our bonds will be tested, so we're going to play a fighting game and we have to fight each other? That's not good.
Bring it on!
You don't know what you're asking, Mitarashi!
Nothing on earth could sever the bonds we have now. Right, let's get going then.
We all nodded and made our way toward the final attraction. Which is... Street Fighter? Mortal Kombat? It's a Coliseum.
Alright, this one was based off of...
I knew it! Mitarashi was gonna butt in on this.
Hey, come on! Let me do this one! It's the last one!
Mitarashi was practically jumping up and down with excitement. He'd spent the last several days cooped up, and now that he was out, he was bursting with energy.
Sure, go ahead. Awesome! Thanks, bro! I'll take it from here. Alright, today's attraction is Round Table Coliseum Nights 4.
Miyoshi sighed.
It's a fighting game based on Arthurian legend. It's set in Camelot, which is turned into hell on Earth after King Arthur's death. The 12 knights of the Round Table are fighting over the holy sword Excalibur. Each character has different chakra weak points, so you hit those to get devastating combos. That's why it got so popular. I told you all of that. So, whatever.
You're good at fighting games, right?
I figure they don't call you Ares for nothing. You can handle this, right? Sure.
I don't think we could rest it all on him, though. He nodded, a bit more confident than usual.
This is actually the game that got me that name.
Ah. What? Whoa, I guess he's got a good reason to feel confident then.
Good to hear. We'll be counting on you, Kota. Sure.
But if it's real-life fighting, that's a different matter. As we reached the attraction, the sky got darker and clouds began to gather.
Gloomy weather. Yeah, this is totally the last boss.
The building in front of us looked like an old broken-down Coliseum. A sword and scabbard made a huge X over the entrance. Is that Excalibur? I barely had time to think when Hogstein's voice echoed across the courtyard.
Enter! Enter the Coliseum!
We were gonna, but then you said that, and now we changed our minds. Several piglets appeared to guide us in. We don't need to be guided at this point. On the other side of the door was an indoor arena decorated in a medieval European style, with a gigantic TV screen. There was a sort of stage in the center of the room, surrounded by amphitheater-style seats, filled with piglets. Oh, great, we have an audience.
Damn, looks like we got a full house.
Yeah, but they're totally silent. Don't you think it's kind of creepy? Yeah. That's weird. Even when they were just there to be an audience, apparently the piglets were still on duty.
Welcome, Knights of the Round Table. You must defeat the vile knaves who would lay their greedy hands on the holy sword. Persevere, and Excalibur is yours.
Whoa, look at the size of those guys! One of the 3 huge piglets that had just appeared climbed up on the stage and strapped on gloves and shin guards. Do we get gloves and shin guards too? Well, at least we won't have to fight each other. Or will we? Do we each have to defeat a piglet and then they have to fight each other?
I think he's telling us to come up. Huh? So it's a real fight? I'll handle this.
He cracked his knuckles, grinned, and leapt up onto the stage. Come on, man, he's still freaking injured.
Watch out. I don't think this is going to be a straight fist fight.
It's cool.
Don't forget there's all those special points and stuff and special moves. I think this really might actually be Miyoshi's bag. Just like the piglet had done, Mitarashi strapped on gloves and shin guards. I don't think he's really all healed up yet. I hope he'll be okay. I realized I was holding my breath and forced myself to let it out.
Learn your opponent's weaknesses, hit their chakra points, and obtain victory.
Exactly, that's the problem. How are we supposed to learn them? As soon as the announcer finished, a huge screen flickered to life. On it were the outlines of 2 human bodies. The piglet silhouette had a star on its stomach, and Mitarashi's had one on his shoulder. Oh, his injury. On top of the screen, each had a bar for their health. So go for the stomach, Mitarashi. It's pretty obvious.
Fight!
They didn't even give us a chance to figure out the rules before the fight started.
Here we go! Yeah!
Mitarashi charged. His fist flew straight for the piglet's face. No! Screw you, piglet. But it dodged lightly around his punch and reached out to gently tap one of Mitarashi's shoulders. That's all you have to do is just touch him, you only have to hit.
Yeah!
Mitarashi! He screamed horribly and fell to his knees, his back arched in pain as far as it would go.
What the hell is that?
Down.
A full third fell off of Mitarashi's health bar.
Damn it. That thing shocked me. Like, really bad. Man, that stings.
Ah, I see. So it's not just his injury. It's like stun gloves. He shook his head and blinked hard, and climbed to his feet.
Of course. Those stars are his chakra weak points.
Tell Mitarashi that, please. The star on Mitarashi's shoulder moved down to his stomach.
Watch out, Ryusei. If you get hit on the star, it zaps you.
Yeah, I got it.
He threw another punch, but the piglet dodged that one too and lashed out with its foot.
Ugh.
He caught the piglet's foot with his elbow and managed to avoid the main force of the blow, but the very tip of the foot brushed against his stomach.
Yeah.
No! Another third of his life. His whole body convulsed again as he collapsed to the floor. His health bar dropped down again, down to a single third.
Stop thinking about this like a boxing match. All you gotta do is tap those stars. It's all about finesse, not raw strength. I know, man. I figured it out too, you know.
Took you too long. We even told you. He stood up again, but he was starting to look a little wobbly. The star had moved to his right breast.
You can't just charge at him. Use your head.
But Mitarashi didn't hear or didn't care and leapt straight toward the piglet, his fist out. Oh dear, foolish to the very end. Oh no. Just as before, his opponent dodged easily and struck at his weak point. Mitarashi's health bar dropped again, almost to zero, but...
You're mine now, bro.
Forcing himself to ignore the pain of the electric shock, Mitarashi grabbed both the piglet's arms.
Yeah.
And apparently the piglet still can't even scream. He slammed his head into the surprised piglet's face with a sickening crunch. It toppled to the ground unconscious. Never mind chakra points. If you just knock the guy out, that's the end of the match. There's nothing you can do about it.
KO. Sometimes you just gotta take the hit, you know. Ha! Showed him.
Yes! As far as we could tell, a KO meant the piglet had lost, despite having a full health bar. Whoa, he didn't hit the star once and he still won.
I guess he did technically use his head.
Yeah, technically. Mitarashi's movements were a little shaky as he made his way down off the stage and back to us.
Good job there, buddy. Thanks. Be careful. One hit could knock some of you kids out. They hit pretty hard.
Mitarashi! Oh. But he'd already collapsed to the floor, unconscious. I ran over to him as the second piglet stepped up onto the stage. Who's going to go next?
I'll do it. I've got pretty good reflexes, and I played this game a lot. I should do all right.
So I guess he's good physically as long as it's for short periods.
This isn't just about reflexes, Kota. I can't let you go. It's too dangerous.
But he's Aries, right? I think he can handle it.
Good point, kid. He might be our best bet.
Subaru looked over at me, and I could see uncertainty in his eyes. What should I say? I had to say... We have to trust him. Well, he did do really good with that hallway thing, with the arrows. We have to trust him.
I guess you're right.
He sighed.
We're a team. If we don't trust each other, we won't make it through here.
How many people had to fight anyway? He gave Miyoshi's shoulder an almost fatherly squeeze.
You can do this. We believe in you. Yeah.
Miyoshi climbed slowly up onto the stage. After he'd finished putting on his gloves and shin guards, another silhouette appeared on the screen. This time, the piglet star was on its shoulder, and Miyoshi's was on his left leg.
Fight.
You can do it, Miyoshi! The piglet started to move immediately, its feet dancing back and forth as it circled, but Miyoshi just stood there. What did I say about pointing? It lashed out with a powerful kick, but Miyoshi dodged it easily, like he was just playing some sort of rhythm game. He kind of is. There it is, the ninja step. Apparently, he named that particular step after watching Miyoshi dash down the corridor of hate on the first day. That's his move. The piglet's body language became more agitated, and it struck again and again, but Miyoshi dodged every one with ease. Its frustration clearly mounting, the piglet's attacks became more desperate, until finally it left itself open. Miyoshi ducked in and tapped its shoulder. Okay, haven't seen the piglet look like that before. And it's down. With a shudder, the piglet fell to the floor.
Down.
The health bar over the piglet silhouette dropped by a third. It shook its head and moved to get up. But... Oh, jeez!
Sorry, but no dice.
Getting in a hit on a downed opponent is a basic tactic. Nice work, Miyoshi! He lunged in, and before the piglet could scramble out of the way, touched the leg the star had moved to. KO. Yeah!
You dominated that fight.
Gosh, they don't call you Ares for nothing. He didn't respond, just got back into position as the final piglet climbed up onto the stage. Oh, he's going another round, huh?
Fight.
Just as before, Miyoshi's strikes and dodges were deft and well-timed. But, perhaps because the piglet had seen what had happened to his compatriot, Miyoshi couldn't manage to land a hit. It was looking like a stalemate until I noticed something. Wait, is Miyoshi kind of wavering? Yeah, like I said, he has no stamina.
Is he tired out already?
For real? Oh no!
Gah.
The piglet chose that moment to throw out an almost lazy kick at Miyoshi's stomach. Down. Rude! Miyoshi bent over his stomach, and the piglet wasted no time in reaching for the star on his shoulder. Miyoshi! He dove to the side and rolled out of the way of the attack, and right off the stage.
Ring out.
Aw, man. That's not fair. That sucks. But at least he didn't get KO'd.
Damn it.
He slammed a fist into the floor. Well, you did good. You took down one opponent.
Thanks to you, now I know how to beat them. You've earned a rest. Let me handle this one.
He balled his hands into fists and glared at the piglet as he stepped onto the stage. You can do it!
Fight.
Wait a minute, he didn't put his shin guards or anything on. With a grunt, Subaru settled into a fighting stance. His opponent stepped in for an attack, but Subaru slid to the side, and the piglet's fist flew past him harmlessly. With minimal movement, he expertly avoided the next attack, and the next.
Look at him move. That must be kendo.
He tapped his forehead.
Detectives have to learn either kendo or judo while they're at the academy. He must have chosen kendo training.
Oh. There wasn't anything unnecessary in his movements. He didn't just have training, he was good. That's my man.
Yeah.
He lunged skillfully forward through the piglet's guard and delivered a hard chop to its neck. The piglet stumbled back as the sound of the electricity crackled through the air.
Wait, did he hit the star with a backhand after that chop? I noticed something earlier. Everyone's trying to hit the star, which makes their movements predictable and makes them easy to dodge.
The piglet crumbled to the floor.
KO. My goodness, so the combination of that blow to the neck and the electric shock was enough to render him unconscious.
Subaru sighed and wiped the sweat from his forehead. Nice job, man. Even more impressive than the other two. Man, all three of these guys were really impressive.
Warriors Coliseum completed.
The voice of the announcer echoed through the amphitheater. That was great! Mitarashi had recovered enough to throw Subaru a thumbs up. Aww. I could just imagine him being like all kind of doped up and out of it a little, but give him a kind of drunkenly thumbs up.
We should wait until Ryusei and Kota are back at full strength before we move on.
Good lord, what can wait past this? Everyone agreed, but as we sat down, the announcer began to speak again.
Your band must split in twain to seek out the sacred blade. Those who accompany you shall be your sworn brothers, your destinies forever entwined.
2 doors at the back of the room opened. The implication was clear.
Oh, you'll divide and conquer, eh? Dollars to donuts, there'll be more tricks and traps. And we'll meet up again at some point. So, how should we split up?
I'm going with Shidou.
I'd like you to come with me, Saki.
Of course. Okay. As I nodded, he reached out and took a hold of my hand. Of course, Wakase would interject. Whoa, there's something going on here.
Huh?
Why are you guys holding hands? Why do you think?
Oh.
It's, We both let go, extremely embarrassed. But it was too late. All eyes were on us.
When on earth did you find the time to hook up?
We found the time. Conducting some undercover operations, detective. You just had to put it that way, huh?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Wait, does this mean they all think we're together? I felt my heart flutter as I watched him try and explain what was going on. I mean, he never said anything about... Oh gosh, but he didn't say no either. No, what am I thinking? This is no time to be worrying about whether he's my boyfriend or not. I squeezed my eyes shut and shook my head to clear it, but I must have been daydreaming longer than I thought, because the groups had been decided. Subaru and Shirabe would go with me, and Mitarashi, Wakasa, Miyoshi, and Odorabe would be the other team. Sounds good to me. Alright, see you at the end.
Back at ya.
We split up and headed to our respective doors. Let's see what awaits us now. Once through, we found ourselves in a pitch-black hallway. Well, this isn't good. I can't tell left from right here.
Just put your hand on the wall. We can follow it.
We should all hold hands too, just so we don't get separated. Right. Oh! I felt Subaru's warm hand wrap around mine. Good idea.
Are you okay?
His voice was quiet and close. I could almost feel his breath on my ear. I should say something. Yeah, as long as I'm with you. Of course. Yeah, as long as I'm with you.
I know how you feel. As long as you're with me, I feel better. Keeping you safe helps me stay focused.
I'm glad I can help motivate you. I felt his grip on my hand tighten. After a few more turns, we saw a dim light somewhere ahead. Well, that must be the next game.
Sure looks like it. Let's move.
In front of us was a dimly lit stage with a large screen stretching across the middle. Well, this certainly doesn't look like the rest of the attraction. It's kind of creepy in here. There was another set of gloves, and shin guards were up on the stage. We were going to have to fight again? Oh, don't tell me this is where we fight each other.
Knights of the Round Table. Win Excalibur with strength and valor, and control the world. It looks just like the game earlier, but...
Well, there's no opponent. Maybe they're hiding there in the darkness. Huh. Well, I might as well give it a shot this time.
No, I'll go.
He held out a hand to stop Shirabe.
Don't take this as me saying I don't think you can handle it. But I got a feel for this game last time. If I don't make it, though, I know you can finish the job.
Sure you weren't the general in a previous life. Sure, detective, you take point on this one. I got your back. Be careful. As he stepped up onto the stage, the screen flickered to life, displaying an image of a piglet. In front of the piglet, though, was an image of Subaru's back. Huh? So I guess you'll be fighting through this monitor instead of in person this time. It sort of looks connected to some sort of motion sensor. Subaru settled into his fighting stance again. The whole game is different. It doesn't have the health bar or the stars. Well, they've added a timer, though. You have 600 units of time. Seconds, probably.
Fight.
The battle had begun, but the piglet didn't seem to be moving. What? Why isn't he doing anything? The timer's counting down. Subaru tried another chop at the opponent's neck, but the piglet dodged it easily. He pressed forward with his attack, but the figure on the screen avoided each strike with easy, rhythmic steps. Then suddenly it attacked.
Gah!
Subaru!
Down.
What the hell? Damn, does that mean that any hit gives you a shock? Well, this could kill you. No! How in the world did it shock him if it's just on the screen? The piglet wasn't waiting for Subaru to get up and lashed out with another attack. He dodged and then countered with an attack of his own.
Down.
The piglet's head snapped back and it fell to the floor. Wait, don't you feel like something's off here? Off? Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it, but something's wrong. I know it. Oh, I know what it is. We are fighting each other. Subaru's over here, but on the other side it's probably Mitarashi or Wakasa or somebody. I mean, probably not Wakasa, but, you know, somebody. In the time it took me to say that, both Subaru and the piglet hit each other again. Subaru! What am I missing? There's something going on here. They're fighting over that screen. The health gauge is gone, and there's something about the way that piglet moves. It's there. I've almost got it. Let's see. Explosive insight. I need to figure this out. Screen. Health bar hits rhythmic? It seemed like piglet earlier. Other team. Ninja step. It's Miyoshi. So what can we do about this, though? How does that help exactly? I mean, it's good to know, but still, how does it help? That's it. The way he moves, it's the ninja step. Oh, wait, then. Well, that would mean... Subaru, stop! I think that's Miyoshi.
What?
He spun around, surprised, and then got hit.
That's correct.
Hogstein's voice boomed out across the room, and the piglet on the screen suddenly changed into Miyoshi.
Subaru. What the hell is going on?
Oh, man. It wasn't just Miyoshi. I could see the entire other team on the other side of the monitor.
Hogstein, what are you doing?
My, such spirit. Your knights competing for the right to wield the holy sword. Only the team that survives can take that honor. Oink, oink, oink.
They are going to make us fight each other.
This must be what he meant by testing our bonds. I bit my lip. Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away.
You're not testing our bond. You're just trying to break it.
Oink, oink. If the time runs out, you'll have a tie, and everybody gets game over.
How are we supposed to know who wins? There's no health bar.
Huh, didn't I already say that? Only the team that survives can have that honor, remember?
You're supposed to kill each other?
Haven't you noticed that every time you get hit, we up the voltage? Only a few more hits before you die, I guess.
That's insane. You're making us fight to the death?
That's horrible!
Gah.
There's gotta be some way out of this. Everyone was silent. If we fought, someone would die. If we didn't fight, then we would run out of time and it'd be game over. We've only got 200 seconds left. There was nothing we could do.
It's gonna be really boring if you guys just sit around until the clock runs down, so just fight, okay? Pretty please?
This... Subaru had been staring down at the floor since Hogstein's revelation, but now, suddenly, he looked up and met my gaze.
Trust me, Saki.
What? Fake your death?
Shirabe, can you come over here?
He leaned over and whispered something into the other man's ear. What are they talking about?
Are you serious?
I could hear disbelief in his voice, but also a little bit of fear?
Please.
Shirabe let out a long sigh and nodded.
Kota.
He turned back to the screen and drew himself up.
Someone has to finish the game, and I know you can do it. Now hit me. End this joke.
Oh my gosh, is he crazy? He held out his arms, leaving himself completely open.
No, I can't. I won't do it.
A chorus of voices from the other side of the screen agreed with him.
Are you seriously going to sacrifice yourself? How beautiful! How noble! You know what? Just for you, I'm going to crank up the juice. It'll only take one hit to send him to heaven now. That ought to make you feel a little less guilty.
Subaru, you can't do this! I know he told me to trust him, but I don't see how he can possibly get out of this alive.
Do it, Kota. We've got less than a minute left. No. If you don't, we'll all die. Just trust me. No. We're a team, right?
Miyoshi nodded.
So as long as we trust each other, we'll beat whatever that pig throws at us. I'll be fine, just trust me.
There's only 20 seconds left. Subaru! His body twitched once, horribly, then he collapsed to the floor in a limp heap.
Coliseum of darkness completed.
No! I ran toward him and dropped to my knees.
Move it!
What? Before waiting for me to comply, Shirabe shoved me aside and tore off Subaru's gloves.
Hey, take his clothes off.
Gladly. Oh, is he just having him resuscitate him? Was that really the whole plan? Oh, okay. I had no idea what was going on, but Shirabe seemed to have a plan.
Trust me, Saki.
I heard his words echo in my head over and over. Wouldn't it be kind of funny if she started with the pants instead of the shirt? They really just need to expose his chest, but still. Sorry. I do trust him.
Congratulations, you've won! Next is the final... Huh?
We just finished removing Subaru's shirt when Hogstein finally noticed we were up to something. I thought he said one team had to survive. Team, not person. Oh well.
Right.
He yanked the electrode from one of the gloves he pulled off and placed it against Subaru's chest.
Miyoshi, when I give you the word, I want you to punch the air. What?
Come on, we're using you as a defibrillator. He looked up at Shirabe, confused.
We're going to save him.
What the heck are you trying to do?
Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Just as ordered, he punched the air. Subaru's body twitched. Shirabe pressed his ear to the unconscious man's chest.
One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Or are you trying to resuscitate him? That's ridiculous! He's dead, dead, dead! You killed him!
Again.
Please, Subaru, come back! I squeezed my eyes shut, but...
Damn it, it's not working.
Come on, come back, Subaru! No!
Alright then, a promise. I won't die, I'll survive. We both will. No matter what happens, remember that you can trust me, okay?
I trusted you! Hold to your word. You said you wouldn't die! I opened my eyes and looked at him. He was right. There wasn't any other way, but... I'm not gonna get mad at a dead man. The chances of his plan actually working out were almost 0, but he still did it to save the rest of us. Who am I getting mad at exactly? He just threw his life away for us. Time to get mad. Is my explosive anger actually going to be what resuscitates him? Seriously? I'm going to shock him back to life myself? What's wrong with you? How dare you die on me? It took me a moment to realize the screaming voice I heard was my own.
I apologize.
It really did work. Subaru! I just yelled him back to life. His eyes fluttered open. Are you okay? I grabbed his hand and he gave me a weak smile. Ah, thank God we took off his shirt.
I won't go down that easy. I made a promise to you.
But he still got the glasses on. You got a nice body, Shidou. That's right, you can't die. That was too short. Relieved cheers filled the air from both sides of the screen. Oh man, thank goodness. When it had looked like he was really going to die, my heart felt like it was going to crack in half. Okay, and I think that's a good place to end the video because I just realized I'm really going on very long. But I didn't want to end it in the middle of, like, Shidou being dead. So I had to bring him back before I stopped the video. I can't believe I yelled him back to life. The miracle of my voice. Saki truly has a gift. She is totally my favorite otome heroine ever. She's so awesome. Alright, well anyway. Tune in next time to see what miracles Saki's angry voice can perform. Hope to see you there or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.